Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Be a Better Baddie. My name is Quenisha, and I am your host, coach, teacher, and fellow baddie. So, before we jump into today's episode, I want to remind you all of the Baddie Circle. So, registration will be closing on Thanksgiving Day. So, if you are interested, please make sure you go visit the link in my show notes to register. The Baddie Circle will be a transformative journey of personal growth and empowerment. I don't want this to just be a circle, just an accountability group that meets up every week. I want it to be a sisterhood of support, a safe space where everyone can talk about their goals, their dreams, and their ambitions. I'm inviting each and every one of you to join me on this empowering journey. Now, I know I'm inviting everyone, but realistically, space is limited, so make sure you sign up quickly. This 8-week program is designed to deep dive into personal growth, empowerment, and setting goals that truly will make you a better baddie. I don't want you to miss out on this unique opportunity to invest in yourself. So, of course, 8-week program, we'll talk about self-discovery, acceptance, goal setting, achievement, building your confidence, navigating challenges, and just basically creating a life that aligns with your dreams. And did I mention that it is free for the free ski? So if you are ready to put in the work to be a better baddie and not just listen to the podcast, actually put in the work, I invite you to click that link in the show notes right now and register. So I want you to take a look in the mirror right now at present you. Look at that person who is here right now. Who you are in this moment is the sum of all of the decisions you have made in your life. You may like yourself, you may love yourself, you may be growing in love with yourself. Wherever you are, gratitude for your present self will only amplify and enhance that relationship that you have with yourself. Today is all about gratitude for your present self, the version of you that is living life right now, processing the past, and preparing for tomorrow. It's been a while since we touched base on the benefits of gratitude because we decided to spend some time talking about gratitude in this series. So just to remind you of what we talked about in the first episode. So studies have proven that gratitude exercises can improve your mental health, reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, increase your self-esteem, and improve your overall satisfaction with daily life. And then in terms of expressing gratitude to others, like acquaintances or coworkers, friends, romantic partners, that can also promote the level of connectivity in that relationship and help you feel closer to that person and vice versa. So never forget the true benefits of showing gratitude. That was literally me scratching the surface. If you want to dig deeper there, I had no idea before I started this, but I've learned there are a lot of studies out there on gratitude. So I highly encourage you to go and read some of the research if you are interested in this and you don't want to just hear me talk about it. So today I'm combining showing gratitude for your present self and your future self because they are so heavily connected. When you do good things for yourself today, you will reap the benefits of tomorrow. So in a sense, being grateful for your present self is preparing yourself for tomorrow. So I have 4 things I want to discuss, 4 different, entry points or mindsets, because they're not necessarily tips or hacks, but just mindsets or concepts that you need to grasp to be in the place to show gratitude for your present self. Number 1 will be mindfulness. So mindfulness is the state of active, open attention to the present. And this state is described as observing your own thoughts and your feelings without judging them as good or bad. I believe that being mindful is a way of showing gratitude for your present self by bringing attention and appreciation to the current moment that you are in. Now, I've spoken about mindfulness before and the way I approach it, and I think there's a spectrum to mindfulness. On one end, you have the extremely meditative state, and then on the other end of the spectrum is what I consider chaotic mindfulness. It's not super chaotic, but most of the time I prefer not to just sit still, be mindful. The way I practice this state of stillness and mindfulness is completing my normal activities, but in silence. That way I'm able to recognize what I'm doing. So this is when I go for a walk sometimes, not playing a podcast, just listening to outside. When I'm washing the dishes, not listening to music or something like that, just doing it in silence. So taking the dishwashing moment. So when I'm washing the dishes, sometimes I like to do that in silence and just think about everything that goes into that particular moment. And I think just noticing everything that is in that moment, it automatically forces you to be grateful, right? So I have running water, I have hot water, I have soap, I have money to afford the soap and everything else I purchased with it. I have eyes to see the food that I am washing away on the dishes or from the side of the cup. I am standing when I'm washing my dishes, right? I have legs to stand on while I'm doing it. I have a house to store those dishes in, right? The cabinets inside of the house. The list can go on because there's so many little things that you can notice, and just being more mindful of your present day-to-day actions, again, will automatically make you more present. Those little things add up to larger things, and it's so easy for us to acknowledge the large things like I have a roof over my head. But again, don't forget the smaller things that build up to that. Number 2 is treat yourself the best way possible. So whenever you want to express gratitude to someone else, you usually thank them, you buy them something, you're nice to them, you do something, right? Treat yourself that same way. Say nice things to yourself. Buy gifts for yourself. Tell yourself thank you. Have some compassion for yourself. I feel like this entire podcast is about treating yourself to the highest standard. So I won't go into too much detail about what it means to treat yourself the best way possible, but I'll still name a few ways for you, right? So spend some time outside, eat healthy foods, treat yourself to a spa day, take a vacation, light the candle you've been looking at for months because you think it's too nice to light, do a workout, put time and effort into your appearance. Now, you may notice that this list wasn't go to happy hour or eat some chocolate. While those things do make you feel better, most of the time it's about doing the hard things that are the best thing for yourself. The things that don't give you instant gratification. But not to say that instant gratification isn't worth it. Do that stuff sometimes, definitely. But this leads us to our next self-gratitude practice. Discipline. So being disciplined is making decisions that future you will be so happy about. Choosing to be disciplined allows you to prioritize long-term well-being over immediate gratification. By following a disciplined lifestyle, you're expressing gratitude to your future self by investing in a healthier, more successful, and more fulfilled life. I want to list some ways that you can approach discipline or think about discipline, because I think that every time the word discipline comes up, we automatically think of eating healthy and working out. But there's so many other aspects of your life where you can display discipline and that you need to exercise discipline in. So you can think about finances, your career, mental health, spirituality and religion, your habits and routines, and relationships. All those are areas in your life that you can implement more discipline, making decisions that allow you to prioritize the immediate gratification for the long-term well-being. The last aspect I'll touch on is self-acceptance. So accept who you are, always wishing that you can be someone else, that you could be something more or less something, isn't good for you. And I know I say this and I have an entire platform centered around self-development and improvement, but there's a balance between being the best version of yourself and trying to change who you are. And the thing that balances those two are appreciation of who you are in that moment, accepting yourself. In order for you to elevate or improve in any way, I think you need to have gratitude of how far you've come in the life you've built so far. And this line of thinking also increases your abundance. And that's really what gratitude is about. I think when you express gratitude, it creates like this never endingness in a sense. There's this quote by Oprah, and she said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." And that is so true, right? We talked about the people who see the glass half empty versus half full. Those people who see it half empty, they'll never be satisfied because they feel like the cup needs to be this particular way. And if the cup isn't this way, it's a horrible cup. Meanwhile, the people who see that cup half full, they're like, wow, I have this much already. Like, I can't wait to see what else I have. And the cup never stops filling. The cup will never completely fill, right? Because you're inviting so much more into your life. So, as we conclude this podcast episode, take a moment to appreciate the person staring back in the mirror at you, your present self. This person is the architect of your future. Make sure you express gratitude, be kind, and know that every choice you make today shapes the life you'll lead tomorrow. And if you want a supportive community while on this journey, make sure you join the Baddie Circle. I hope you all have a positively productive, self-loving day. Bye!